When I started investing, there weren't many options, and the big banks were very expensive. Until now. Hey guys, it's Adrian here, the Canadian in a t-shirt, and today I'll review National Bank Direct Brokerage and how they're changing the game. Not only are they commission free, already amazing, but they're also very affordable for US investing because they support Norbert's Gambit. I'll break it all down. I'll go over their fees, features, account types, research tools, and their limitations. I'm definitely impressed, even if they're not perfect. It's important to lay out their pros and cons and room for improvement. Before we dive in, I want to thank National Bank Direct Brokerage for sponsoring this video. You guys know how selective I am when I choose who to endorse. I've been on YouTube for almost 6 years, and in that time, I've only done 3 sponsorships. This will be my 4th. So that should tell you how impressed I am with National Bank. For a broker from a big bank to have all these features and no online commission fees, that's very special. Outside of Quebec, National Bank isn't as popular as the other banks, but I wanted to put them on your radar. It can save you a lot of money, especially for US investing. Let's get to the fun stuff, starting with the fees, or lack thereof. I'll say it again, National Bank Direct Brokerage does not charge commission fees when trading online. Whether you're buying or selling stocks or ETFs, doesn't matter, you pay 0. This is huge. In fact, they are the first of the Canadian banks to offer 0 commissions. When I started, most of the banks were charging $10 per trade. That hurts, especially when you don't have a lot of money. Now with National Bank, if I only have $10, I can buy 1 stock and pay no fees. If I have $10,000 and buy 1,000 shares, still I pay 0 commission fees. This is a game changer. Yes, there are a handful of brokers in Canada with 0 commissions, but most of them don't have the research tools and full functionality you get with a bank like National. And there's always a catch, especially when it comes to US investing and conversion fees. That's how they make their money. I've made several videos showing the true cost of these conversion fees. They can add up to thousands over the years, so be careful. Thankfully, you can use Norbert's Gambit to avoid these conversion fees. I'll get back to this in just a minute. So for Canadian investments, National Bank is 100% free on all online trades. No ifs, ands, or buts. Stocks, ETFs, REITs, doesn't matter, all free. Now for US investing, if you already have US dollars, once again, it's free, no commissions. But if you don't have US dollars, there's going to be a cost to convert. The good thing is you can hold both Canadian dollars and US dollars. And you don't have to pay a monthly fee for this. It's standard for everyone. Your Canadian investments stay in Canadian. Your US investments stay in USD. No surprises, no hidden fees. That's what I like. Okay, so how do they make money? With National Bank, there are no monthly fees, but they do have an annual fee of $100. The good news, for a lot of you guys, this fee will be waived. If you're a young investor, 30 years or under, no annual fee for you. Also, if you have more than $20,000 in assets, stocks, bonds, ETFs, cash, then you also get the fee waived. They also have offers for professionals and newcomers to waive this fee. Now, if you don't meet those conditions, if you're over 30 and you don't have 20K, then you'll pay this $100 fee for the year. This comes to $8.33 a month, which is still cheaper than other brokers. And you don't need $100,000 to waive the fee, just 20K. Obviously, stocks go up and down every day, but that 20K threshold is only checked once a year on May 31st. On May 31st, as long as your total portfolio is worth more than $20,000, you don't pay the annual fee. So whether you're a young investor or an experienced one with a larger portfolio, National Bank Direct Brokerage is a great option and most likely free. Let's get back to US investing. This is another area where National Bank shines. And good news, they support Norbert's Gambit. This is a technique I've been using for years to convert Canadian dollars into US dollars without paying a currency conversion fee. No joke, this has saved me thousands over the years. Instead of paying a percent-based fee, many brokers will charge 1.5% or even higher to exchange currency. By using Norbert's Gambit, you essentially pay a fixed fee instead, around $10. This fixed fee is $9.95 plus sales tax. I'll show this in a minute. And note, you'll need to open both a Canadian dollar and a US dollar account to make this work. This is going to save you a ton, especially for larger sums of money. Let's say you got $20,000 from an inheritance and you want to convert into US dollars. In general, the industry charges a percent-based fee. Let's say 1.5% to convert. Converting 20,000 would cost you $300 in conversion fees. That's money down the drain. Instead, with National Bank, you would only be charged about $10. Look at that. 300 versus 10. It's not even close. And the best part is, this is a flat fee. It doesn't increase for larger amounts. Converting 1,000, you pay around 10 bucks. Converting $50,000, you still pay about 10 bucks. Instead, if you paid 1.5% on that 50K, it would cost you $750. Don't throw your money away. I promise you, Norbert's Gambit is very simple once you give it a try. Here's how it works. Basically, you buy an ETF called DLR in Canadian dollars. This just tracks the Canadian-US exchange rate. Now, you journal those shares of DLR into DLR.U, which is in US dollars. Then you just sell those shares, and now you have US cash ready to invest with. And remember, with National Bank, you don't pay any online commissions when you buy or sell. The only fee you pay is when you convert DLR into DLR.U. You pay a journal fee, $9.95, plus sales tax. I live in Ontario with 13% HST, so the total I pay is $11.24. I'll show you the walkthrough in just a minute. And this works both ways. Going from Canadian to USD, you pay about $10 Canadian. The reverse, you pay about $10 US. Here's the downside. It won't happen instantly. You have to wait 3 to 4 days for the journaling process to complete. For me, I'm a long-term investor. I don't mind waiting 3 days to save money. Now, if you're in a rush and you can't afford to wait, then you can convert currency directly, but you'll pay a spread of 1.7%. For smaller amounts, it's fine, but larger sums, that 1.7% can really add up. I'd rather pay the $10 flat rate and wait a few days. Note, that 1.7% spread will be reduced if converting above $25,000. But personally, I'd rather use Norbert's Gambit and pay that $10 flat fee. A great thing about using a big bank is that they support basically every type of account. Of course, you can open a TFSA, RRSP, and non-registered account. That's standard. Every broker should have those. But what about the spousal RRSP, RESP for your child's education, FHSA to buy your first home, and corporate accounts if you run a business? National Bank supports all of these, and sadly, a lot of popular brokers do not. Here's a special one, the RDSP, the Registered Disability Savings Plan. This is a powerful investing tool that comes with government grants, free money, if you or a family member have a qualified disability. If so, definitely take advantage of it. And National Bank is one of the very few brokerages that support it. To open this account, you'll need to call in. Now let's do a walkthrough of the platform to see my favorite features and the research tools. At the end of the video, I'll go over my feedback and room for improvement. I'm going to show the web platform from my laptop, but there's also a mobile app if you prefer. Here's the homepage showing an overview of my accounts. You'll notice that they are separated by Canadian and US dollars. This keeps it nice and neat. Note that the numbers here in the summary will have a 15-minute delay, and soon they're getting rid of this delay. For now, when you look up a stock quote, these numbers are real-time prices. Here in holdings, you can see the stocks and ETFs I own. Here are the Canadian ones, and here are the US. You can either see all of your accounts or specific accounts, just your TFSA, RRSP, etc. It's all intuitive. You can sort by book value, market value, profit and loss, etc. I like this feature. If I click on quotes and charts, I see a summary of each stock's performance over the day or month with a price chart for each one. I like this visual snapshot of all my holdings, all on one page. Now, if we go to activities and history, we see a list of all my transactions. My trades, dividends, drips, currency conversion, it's all there. You'll even see fees. In this case, the $9.95 journal fee when I did Norbert's Gambit, plus the $1.29 HST. If you go to registered accounts, you can track your contributions and withdrawals to ensure you don't exceed your room for your TFSA and other accounts. In terms of navigation, you'll always see your account selection at the top left, and at the top right, you'll see buy, sell, transfer, and quote. These stay fixed no matter what page you're on. Now let's get into the research tools. These are impressive, and best of all, they're totally free. Go to Markets, Overview. We have a clean visual snapshot of the market and major indices. We see the top movers, both for stocks and ETFs, and below a summary of different sectors. I'm an ETF investor, so this part is really cool. Go to ETF Center and you can use the ETF screener to find the perfect fund. And check this out, we can compare multiple ETFs to find the right fit. Let's look at two ETFs that track Canadian dividends, XEI and VDY. All at once, we can compare their management fees, very important for ETFs, their performance, their dividends, and compare their biggest holdings. This is really cool, and you don't often get this for free. Now in Trading Center, we have a bunch of research and analysis tools for stocks. We can look for popular, bullish, bearish, and trending stocks. We can even research specific themes, let's say AI stocks. And I like this. At Morning Brief, you can read a 5-minute daily summary of the market. You can receive this every morning through email. What if we already know the stock we want to buy? Click the quote button here in blue and search the name or ticker symbol. Let's say Enbridge. You'll see two options, the Toronto Stock Exchange in Canadian and New York in US dollars. You can also filter for stocks versus ETFs here. Let's look up National Bank, NA. Here you see the full quote with everything you need to know about the stock. Hit the refresh button to get the real-time prices. Here's the standard metrics: bid price, ask price, trading volume, market cap, earnings per share, price to earnings, but I especially like this dividend section here. Not only do you see the dividend per share in dollars and dividend yield, that's standard, it explicitly tells you if the dividend is quarterly or monthly, and it compares the yield to the industry average. There are more dividend metrics in the financial tab, but it's helpful to see it here on the front page. The chart is self-explanatory, but here's a few cool features. You can see the history of dividend payments, and you can see this dividend growing every year. That's what I want. Expanding the chart, we can also compare it with another stock, let's say TD Bank. I suggest comparing within the same industry, apples to apples. Scrolling down, you get a company profile with its history and number of employees. You also have analyst recommendations, Morningstar ratings, very convenient and free. This is my favorite part. Here in the financial tab, you get a ton of useful metrics to evaluate the stock, but also compared to the sector, major banks in this case, and the index or exchange, TSX here. I love this feature because a lot of these numbers aren't super useful on their own. They're relative numbers, meant to be compared to their peers. And National Bank makes that super easy, all on one page. You don't have to go to Yahoo Finance or an external website. It's all right here. For dividend investors, you're gonna like this. You get the dividend yield, the average yield for the past 5 years, and check this out, the dividend growth rate and the payout ratio. This is exactly what I want to see. I don't chase a high dividend. I want a sustainable and growing dividend. That's why these numbers are important. And it's so convenient having them right here in front of me. Now for an ETF like ZCN, we get really cool research tools right on the front page. We see a list of the top holdings and right below a breakdown of the sectors and the countries within the fund. Again, all of this is free. I love it. I love the low fees and powerful research tools of National Bank. I'm impressed, but they're not perfect. I want to share some of my issues and areas that they can improve. First of all, they don't support instant deposits. What you do is you link your bank account and then click transfer and move money from your bank into your investing account, my Canadian dollar one. The annoying part is it takes 1 to 2 days for the money to arrive. Not the end of the world, and most of my investing career, we didn't have instant deposits. But it would be nice, and I hope they implement it soon. Also, opening an account could have been quicker. It took 2 days to open my account, and then another 2 days to link my bank account. I had to send them a message and attach my direct deposit form or void check. If you have a National Bank checking account, it will be faster, but I don't have one. To contact support, you either call them or send them an electronic message and wait for a response. It's not instant message. I did call support once, and it took about 15 minutes to reach someone, but when I did, they were very helpful. I may be nitpicking here, and to be fair, the onboarding process is a one-time thing, but I wanted to share my experience, and they are working to improve this initial setup. Day-to-day investing, it's been great, and I can't get over the 0 commission fees, plus Norbert's Gambit. It's fantastic and I definitely recommend it. Unfortunately, I don't have a referral bonus for you guys. Believe me, I tried, but they do have a transfer bonus. If you transfer at least $20,000 from your bank or broker, they will reimburse you those transfer fees up to $150 per transfer. I'll include the link below to sign up, and thank you again to National Bank Direct Brokerage for sponsoring this video. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of The Canadian in a T-Shirt. Bye guys.